right. Expecting everyone is doing well out there. This is Brandon McGrew coming from San Francisco, California, bringing to you a thorough overview of CryptoMaxNation. Going to keep it brief, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we get all the information across and also cover a lot of those initial questions that people have and have had all the way up leading to this part of our pre-launch here. We're going over a newly updated PDF. So if you have anything dated prior to March 8th, 2021, hop in our Telegram channel and you'll have access to get the most up-to-date information, which will be the launch protocol, which will be the features contained within the bot that will be ready to scale on March the 14th. All right, so CryptoMaxNation, our slogan, our motto, words that we base our community upon. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And once we get into the information here, I think you'll have a pretty good grasp on why this particular motto was chosen. CryptoMaxNation is also known as the Litecoin Monoline. First question a lot of people have is, well, what is a monoline? A monoline can be known as the revolutionary people mover. It's a technology, it's a strategy. And things that we see every day and things that we may even participate with every day are based on a monoline ideology, theory, or just a method of operation. When it comes to a monoline, let's just think of a group of people, like we see in the slide here, waiting in line to be served. And here in the picture, we can't really see what these people are waiting in line for. Let's say they're waiting in line to purchase groceries or maybe at a farmer's market. They're in line to get something from the source. Better yet, maybe these people here are in line for an ATM. Either way, when people are in one line, single file line, it provides equal opportunity and fairness among all those contributors who are contributing their time and energy to wait in line for their turn for whatever it is they are looking forward to. Everyone's here looking forward. All right. Now, the monoline business model is used by multi-billion-dollar companies around the world where they focus on just one niche, one specialization in whatever field that they are participating in. My research showed me that a lot of commercial insurance companies, where actual business corporations insure their assets, they pay a good amount of money so that if anything was to happen with those assets, they can be compensated. The companies providing these insurance policies are making a lot of revenue, focusing on specifically business insurance. They use a monoline business model and they're very successful at it, which is why they continue to use those. And other technology, other industries around the world have paid attention to this type of technology or strategy, and they've applied it to certain things that make it more efficient for their particular business industries. For example, we have the monorail transportation system. They're designed very closely to monoline technology strategies. These are rail systems that trains travel on that only have one rail, not two, like we see in most traditional train setups or technologies. Mainly in our subway systems, for example, if not the entire track system, at least a good portion of it functions on a monorail. They're not the fastest. There's bullet trains that are on two tracks. But the significance here with a monorail is that it's a revolutionary technology to move people. That's why a lot of our subways use that instead of a two-track system to move people around. And another fun fact here, and also an exciting frame of reference. In Japan, there's a monorail system which holds the Guinness Book World Record as the largest suspended network. And we highlighted network in the slide here for a reason, because a network or a community of people that want to be the largest, the most sustained, the most profitable, the fastest growing, becoming a household name where everyone knows about this particular network. There's a big clue here why CryptoMaxNation has chosen the monoline strategy or business model to get a lot of people profitable and to help a lot of people grow their assets when it comes to crypto in the form of Litecoin that we have here. So what is CryptoMaxNation? How will CryptoMaxNation change our lives? Or some of you may think, well, how can CryptoMaxNation change my life in any way? And as we're moving forward in the presentation here, we're going to make an acronym here, CMN for CryptoMaxNation. So when I refer to CMN, we're talking about CryptoMaxNation, just to keep it a little more brief as we move through this presentation here. So CMN is a series of monolines aimed to ensure that everyone wins, starting off with Litecoin as its base. What's the minimum contribution? People ask this a lot. It's probably the most asked question for anyone that sees anything about CMN. I'm going to say it here in the presentation. I'm going to pause and slow down for a bit so everyone gets it. Anyone seeing this presentation, your question should no longer be, how much is the minimum? One question we haven't been getting, how much is the maximum? That is here as well for your reference. 0.1 Litecoin is the minimum contribution to participate in CMN. There it is. In the US dollars today, being March the 10th, 2021, 0.1 Litecoin is now around 20 US dollars. The coin just broke above $200 a coin, and that's the math on that. So if you have 10 Litecoins, you just do the math, move the decimals over. Right now, 10 Litecoins is about 2,000 US dollars. That's the maximum you can contribute to the platform. I know some of you want to put in more. Talk to the person sharing this video with you, and we can actually show you how to contribute more than 10 Litecoin if you want. Requires a strategy and a little bit of momentum contribution, but there's plenty of opportunity here. We just set the threshold here up to 10 Litecoin for now, as we move into other parts of our setup here. Now, each cycle is completed when a contributor makes 500% of their initial contribution. 5x, simple math. 1 Litecoin will bring back a return of 5 Litecoin. 5 Litecoin will bring back a return of 25 Litecoin. It's just a simple 5x math on that situation there. Now, the platform uses a Telegram AI or artificial intelligence bot. This technology is chosen for automation, which is scalability when it's automated, and secure blockchain transactions. So we're not waiting on a team of people to process your payouts, and human error can happen and things of that nature. When it's a bot, it's just like a program, a website, a smart contract is programmed to carry out certain functions when certain things happen on the platform. It's simple as that. I'm going to pause here briefly when it comes to a Telegram bot. A lot of people have come with concerns that it's a Telegram bot. It's not about the bot. The bot is a technology used to carry out certain results. My experience with bots has been this. I've participated with over 24 of them. Let's start with the token drop bots. A lot of those are going around right now. They tell you, oh, join this bot. Whenever you join a bot, just know your information is being stored somewhere and maybe even sold off to the highest bidder. CryptoMaxNation, CMN here. We're not about selling your information. We're not going to have people buy your information on Telegram to start sending you links to whatever they have and adding you to groups. But if you see this happening right now, if you find yourself in groups you didn't join, if people are contacting you out of nowhere that you don't know, it was probably one of those bots you joined looking for a certain benefit. Now, let's go back to the airdrop. There's a coin or token they make up and they say, okay, join this bot and we're going to give you this amount of these tokens on this date, for example. And they give you a dollar value amount. But see, when a token doesn't have a value yet until they launch it and do something with it, that's just a projected value that you're expected to get by trading your information to have a chance at whatever they're telling you. Then they tell you this, oh, bring in referrals and we'll give you even more when it comes time to airdrop you or send you these tokens. And I guess at some point people will rationalize that they got to figure out how to turn this token here into their local currency. There's fees associated with that. But will you even receive this airdrop? Me, myself, I've never received an airdrop from any of these particular bots I participated with. That's just me. Now, ask yourself, how many bots have you participated with and have they brought the results that you intended by joining and opting in your information? Another bot example is the bot that has mining going on, where it says, we're going to mine Bitcoin, Ethereum. Just go here, tap a couple buttons every day, and then when you reach a certain amount, we'll pay you out Ethereum. Oh, as a matter of fact, bring some referrals, we'll accumulate more, and you'll get paid faster. The few that have paid out, guess what they tell you when you bring in 15, 20 referrals and go and tap buttons for however long they tell you? You and your 15 referrals have all given your information to whoever's behind the scenes. Oh yeah, we'll send you this amount of Bitcoin. Give us 30 business days. They don't tell you that in the beginning. Or maybe you have to tap through and look at the policies of the bot if it's even there disclosed to find out how long is 30 business days? 6 weeks plus? Do you think the bot will even be around 4 or 6 weeks from now? Either way. And then there's plenty of opportunities to delay paying you just by coming up with a new policy. It's just a technology. It's the people behind the scenes that are really to be considered when it comes to whatever technology. This can happen on the website, happens all the time. Websites can go offline with your withdrawal still pending when you thought you had a profit coming, you and people you brought in. Smart contracts, just as well. There's more transparency, but the people behind the smart contract that has a website in front of it, well, that website can go offline. The contract balance can drain to zero. So when you go to withdraw, once again, it's still pending, meaning you haven't received any of the proceeds or dividends that you thought you would get from this particular technology. It comes down to the admin team, the moderators, the leadership behind the scenes, and the community that is associated, this network of people all coming together for a common purpose of being successful, whatever this platform is. And you have that here with CryptoMaxNation. I'm visible. I'm not difficult to locate. You can contact me. I will contact you back. There's no big deal there. You have transparency with CryptoMaxNation. If you hop in our Telegram channel, ask a question, you'll get an answer. You can reach out to us individually. We're on Facebook, Instagram, social media. Get to know the people behind the technology, engage your belief in this concept alone on real relationships and the transparency of this project. That's what it's really about. We chose Telegram bots because it's the most user friendly. You're automatically logged in because you have a Telegram account. The bot has buttons. I want to check my balance. It's like going to an ATM. The same button you tap at ATM, that's how the bot operates. Do you know how to get cash out of an ATM? Then you can operate a Telegram bot. It's simple as that. And that's one big benefit from a website. You got to log in and load up your wallet address. You have to load up your address one time in the bot as well, but you're not having as many moving parts. You're not having to have a different device to do this, that, and the other thing to make it more easily accessible to you. is much more simplified. And also adding Litecoin into the mix, if you look here in the red box, Litecoin has been selected because it charges low transaction fees or gas fees compared to other popular cryptocurrencies on the market. Let me pause here. Bitcoin, the big dog, that blockchain can be so slow. Just for you to send or receive Bitcoin, it could take 2 minutes, like I experienced a couple days ago. Cool. But most cases, it takes much longer. I've seen an average of 15 minutes and up to 2 days to receive or send Bitcoin. It depends on the congestion and the traffic on that blockchain. And the fees are higher because it has the most people sending and receiving in that channel of transactions. For that reason alone, Bitcoin was probably not the best choice for this project, and Litecoin is. Litecoin also provides volatility for its holders, making it a worthy coin to own as its value increases over time. If you look at the track record for the value of one Litecoin and how it's been increasing and increasing, especially since the beginning of 2021, and how coming up on the middle to the end of March here, we're expecting another value spike for Litecoin alone. That's going to be in addition to your 500% returns you have with CMN. Just being in the Litecoin holding space alone has profits and gains. As a matter of fact, our earliest contributors that got their Litecoin together, waiting for the green light to contribute to our platform, they saw a profit waiting for us to open up contributions. Another reason why Litecoin is a very good fit for this project, and the speed. When you're sending and receiving on the Litecoin blockchain, it's pretty fast. It's very similar to Bitcoin where you need 6 confirmations, if you know what I'm talking about. But time is energy, time is money. If you're wanting to get your spot in the monoline and you send in your contribution and it takes 15 minutes to 2 days, where do you think you're going to fall in the monoline by the time your transaction is confirmed and received? And let's say you want to withdraw your payout. You tell the bot, hey, send me my payout. If it's in Bitcoin, again, you can wait 2 hours, 2 days to receive your Bitcoin. It's coming. Check is in the mail, right? Litecoin, there's nobody really sending and receiving in the Litecoin blockchain. Anyone that has Litecoin, they're buying it and they're sitting on it waiting for the value to go up or down and then deciding whether or not they're going to trade it for another cryptocurrency or cash it out to their local currency in their country. The sending and receiving channel is wide open. I call it the Autobahn of all blockchains here, which makes it much more lucrative for us to get in our monoline, get paid out faster, so you can get back in the monoline and recontribute. And we'll get into that more on the next slides here. So, how are you going to sustain 500% returns for each individual account? I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. People that have experience with crowdfunding, as we call this particular platform, this style of getting returns, most people see a crowdfund and be like, well, it's money in, money out. If there's not enough money coming in, how are you going to pay 500%? How are you going to sustain the project? Let's get into some deeper questions people have. Here's your answer. Recontribution. Upon receiving the first 500% return of contribution, each contributor in the monoline recontributes 50% back into the platform. It's mandatory. There's no other option. That's how we're going to sustain this thing and keep everyone else well profitable. But yes, new contributions will fuel the momentum. But see, with a 50% recontribution, we can still have a good flow of people receiving payouts, showing proof of those payouts to the globe, to the masses, to bring more new contributions in. And then you have another cycle going for a new 500% return on contribution. And you'll see that a little more later. So there's growth here, there's sustainability here, and there's also new growth to be had because of those two factors there. And you can also look at it as compound interest in a way. This here. For example, let's say I contributed one Litecoin. I have an option to reinvest 50% of my profits. Well, it's not an option anymore. When I get my 5 Litecoin, I'll recontribute 2.5 Litecoin, and that 2.5 will go to get another 500% return. So in the second cycle, there's even more profit and well above 500% actually, once you see our example computations here or calculations. And in a way, that's compounding your interest on that 500% return. Another sustainability factor here is insurance. But we're using it in a different way than most platforms are using it. Insurance on a crowdfund platform is still pretty new in this space. More people are adding it to protect their community members and to also help sustain the platforms for longer, and also level out some of the dips that come along with just people contributing as well. It happens in the investment space with stocks and all those things. So it's the same thing here, but we're using it in a special way. So when a contributor gets their 500% ROC, return on contribution, first the recontribution is added back into the fund, and then the withdrawal comes. So what that does is it gets the next person paid out more immediately as the person that had them in line is getting paid out. So there's going to be more momentum based on doing it this way. Then there's a 25% withdrawal fee that comes out of your available payout. That 25% is split up into 3 areas of focus here. 5% for an insurance fund, 10% for logistics. Let's say we need to make the bot more efficient. Let's say we need to prepare another bot for another project so we can all leverage not one monoline, but multiple monolines and getting paid out in these different cycles all over the place. That's a clue for you what's to come. Logistics is important. We have to be able to compensate our coders, our developers. If we need to bring on new talent to get things done fast, that's logistics. And then we have another 10% for a few things here. Uh, Current and upcoming project development, marketing, and compensation of our admin team. Project development is really the ability to develop more platforms, more technology we can leverage for profit on our contributions. It's ways for people to share and grow and keep sustainability in our project alone. Marketing, we call that amplifying our message. That has a price tag as well. Getting the word out as quickly as possible to as many people as possible is very important for momentum. So 10% of all withdrawals are going to be put back into marketing to keep new contributions coming into our crowdfund. Admin compensation, think about it this way. Your friend for free situation. They show up, they just jump in, whatever you ask them to do. They may not be passionate about the activity. They may not be skilled in the activity. And overall, they're probably not going to be the most effective with whatever activity we have available for anyone to participate in. So when it comes to the administrators of a project, we treat it like a business. Not only do we compensate our admin team financially, me included, we also place people in areas where they are very skilled and passionate. So you see quality stuff coming across all of our channels, our social media, this PDF presentation, our promo videos that you saw as the Zoom was getting started. These are people that know what they're doing and they're excited about it and they're getting compensated. That's like the top tier quality of service or participation you want from a core team of admins, moderators, and overall leadership. And that's why 10% and a portion of that 10% is set aside just to compensate our team. People are more committed, they show up early or on time, they're available, things of this nature happen when you take care of the financial aspects. All the other aspect of people participating, volunteering, heading out a project for some type of, placement or returns to come, that only lasts so long. We want to make sure we have a solid committed team to make sure this project sustains itself. And that's a big part of sustainability, is having a core team that sticks together, is always on the same page, and can quickly move through ideas and focus on what's best for the community. That's why we compensate our admin team. It's much more than just paying out some dollars for people to get tasks done, if that makes sense. Now, this 5% platform insurance is going to be applied in one or two ways, maybe even both, depending on how things are going once we launch. Now, in the case the Monoline is slowing down a bit, the platform insurance can be used to jumpstart the cycles for people to continue recontributing first and then withdrawing their payouts. Increasing the frequency of payouts, that is something that will hit the public media, the public eye, to see, oh, they're still paying out. To stay in front of people and keep their attention, because the public usually comes with the thought process of, what have you done for me lately? What have you done for my interests lately? We always are better having recently paid out contributors to keep the momentum sustained. We're talking about sustainability here. And that's one use for that 5% platform insurance. Now, in the event that the monoline stops altogether, then these same insurance funds can be used, divided among those contributors who are not yet in profit. These are people that have not yet got paid out their first cycle. Those that have gotten paid out their first cycle are already in profit, and this insurance fund does not apply to them. This is divided among people with the intention of making them whole, meaning getting their contribution back. Now, keep in mind, it's divided among these people. It's not going to be an equal share. It'll probably be depending upon how much the person contributed in a fair way of dividing this up. It does not guarantee that every person that has not made their first cycle payout will receive the full return of their contribution. We want to make that clear. It'll be divided among, it depends on how much is in there and how many people and all these calculations, but just know there's an insurance fund to get you more of your contribution back in the event that the monoline stops altogether. We're not looking at this to happen, but it's something that we need to cover to make sure people know we do have in mind different ways to make this a better opportunity to even consider, let alone participate in. A lot of people are excited about having that insurance factor or feature of this particular opportunity. I'm going to breeze through these computations. They're very simple. You can go back to the PDF if you want to look at it in more detail, or even come up with your own calculations based on your own strategy for yourself or even for your team. Let's keep it basic so we can breeze through this here. Going back to the example of contributing one Litecoin, 5x, 500% returns 5 Litecoin. You have a 50% recontribution, which means you have 2.5 Litecoin going over here for a new cycle of 500%. You also have 2.5 available for withdrawal through the bot. Remove your 25% withdrawal fee, which is 0.625 Litecoin. And what's coming to your Litecoin wallet is 1.875 Litecoin. What you see here is 187% return on contribution. Or you can look at it as an 87% profit once you cycle through the monoline. Now, once you cycle through the monoline, you get your payout and you go back to the end of the line in the order of other people that are waiting for their payout as well. Your second cycle contribution, 2.5 Litecoin, 5x, 500%, 12.5 Litecoin, your recontribution of 6.25, your available withdrawal, equal amount, 6.25. Withdrawal fee is 1.5625 Litecoin. What's going to your wallet is 4.6875 Litecoin. Now, if you add these two up here, knowing that you put in one Litecoin, we're looking at 6.4, 6.5 Litecoin as a return on just one. That's well over 500%. So you see here, we're going above and beyond what you initially may have seen when it comes to a 500% return or reward on your Litecoin. It just will simply take 2 cycles to ensure that more people get paid at least the first time, get into profit, get more excited, get new contributions into the platform because of that excitement, and then we're all going to get paid a bigger lump sum in all of our second cycles. That's the design of this platform for momentum. This here is the maximum 10 Litecoin. The math is just the same. We just move the decimal over a bit. So take a look at that if you want, but it's the same return on contribution percentage because that's how the math is laid out. Referrals. This is another sustainability feature once you see how we've done our referral comp plan or compensation plan. As we mentioned before, the primary objective of CryptoMaxNation CMN is sustainability. With that in mind, we've designed a balance between rewards and also feeding momentum into the crowd fund. Referral commissions are 15% for each direct referral, one level only, 15%. Once your referral makes their contribution to the fund, that 15% will immediately be available for withdrawal in your bot account. Immediately. And for sustainability purposes, all of our referral commissions that are available for withdrawal are deducted from our 500% return on contribution. See, other platforms, when they offer like 5 levels, 15 levels, well, people can figure out that loophole and max out the comp plan. And what I've seen a lot is crowd funds are actually paying more in referral commissions than they're paying out in daily dividends. What's the math going to end up in that situation? The fund is going to be drained to zero. In this case, people are left standing in line with nothing to look forward to. Really, momentum is down. Or people go to withdraw and there are no funds to withdraw from. Therefore, the project is pretty much at a standstill. And without sustainability features and insurance and different ways for people to jumpstart that momentum again, this is how projects end up pausing indefinitely. I'll just put it that way. So us having a 15% all referral commissions being deducted from the total 500% return on contribution, that part is good because then it's not about who can recruit the most people. It'll only help the platform in that scenario. Let's look at an example. Let's say I'm in the monoline and my contribution is 5 Litecoin. 500% return is 25 Litecoin. That's how much I am to receive, whether it's through referral commissions only, waiting my turn to receive it through the monoline, or a combination of both. Doing the math here, my referrals can contribute a total of 166 Litecoin. And my 500% return will be based on referral commissions alone. That's because 15% of 166 Litecoin is about 25 Litecoin. The other portion of that 141 Litecoin, that's all going into the crowd fund for more people to be paid out. If you're a leader and you have a large distribution, it may be a smart strategy to share your referrals with other people in your team so they can start getting paid sooner, at least a portion of their 500%. These receipts, this proof in the blockchain of people withdrawing, getting paid out, will only help your team momentum and get more new contributions in for your team to get more referral commissions, and then more receipts, more people being paid out, documentation, testimonials. It'll only add to the success of our platform and get people paid out sooner and help sustain for more people to get paid as well. That's why our referral comp plan is actually a sustainability feature. So if you like to share, you got groups on Telegram, groups on Facebook, groups on WhatsApp, groups in Facebook Messenger, groups on groups. Feel free to blast your link out. Let them join our Telegram channel, and everyone will be clear when they contribute. And this platform will sustain because of how we set it up. We've accommodated different types of leaders, different types of people who just want to contribute and make a return. I think everyone has an opportunity here and a solid placement, whether they're pre-launch as a pioneer position among our first 100 people, or they come after the launch. There's still a pretty good opportunity to wait your turn in line and make very good returns on your contribution. Wrapping it up here, where do you get Litecoin? People have shared Binance, Exodus does some swapping. Not sure if you could purchase Litecoin there. Trust Wallet, clevercrypto.com. There's plenty of places to get Litecoin. But one thing I'd like for everyone to consider is what are the fees to obtain Litecoin? For that reason, Clever is one of my favorites, not because of buying Litecoin or swapping into Litecoin, because there's no minimums to send Litecoin and any other cryptocurrencies available on Clever. The way I do any cryptocurrency here in the USA, Cash App charges 1.5% to buy Bitcoin. I take my Bitcoin to changelly.com or simpleswap.io. And if you found other swapping platforms, take a look, because those fees to swap Bitcoin and Litecoin or any other cryptocurrency are very low. I've seen 0.4, 0.5%. If you were to buy Litecoin in Clever, it's a 10% fee. I just checked earlier today. For example, would you rather have more of your Litecoin or your cryptocurrency going to a 500% return, or just going to some platform that said, hey, pay us this because we said so? Choice is yours. Either way, it's all profit. Me and my team, we like to get the most profit out of the situation, because why are we here? One of the reasons is to get a return of profit on our contributions and to grow our cryptocurrency. So that's how you can get Litecoin. It's up to you to do your own research and figure out how to get in the game. How do you get started? First, do you believe that this concept is true? We've already paid out 16 people and more to come. And before the pre-launch, before the pre-launch, we were getting paid out. And now in the pre-launch, people are getting paid out. Do you think we're going to continue to pay out after the launch? It's up to you. But if you believe enough to make a contribution, well, how much do you want to contribute? And we have a disclosure here. I'm going to highlight it. Only contribute funds you can afford not to see for a certain period of time. This is momentum based and it's not a get rich quick scheme. However, you can get rich quick in this scheme, this plan, this strategy, as I see it. But see, the word rich is really relative to the person. You can get rich in community, get rich in associations, partnerships, the people you're going to meet in our community, people you can come across and collaborate on other projects and things of that nature. And yes, you can win financially as well. But when it comes to funds that you can afford not to see, we have to look at our investment portfolio as a portfolio and not just treat one income stream or one channel of receiving returns as the one thing to expect returns from. Millionaires and billionaires have dozens of these type of investments, contributions, stocks, cryptocurrency coins. And at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, they look at the whole totality of their portfolio to really look and see where their profits are coming from and make decisions whether or not they're going to grow and add more to this one, the other one. So as you're waiting in the monoline, contribute funds that you can afford not to see while coming up on your turn in line, and consider what else you have going on that can also bring income that You can contribute more into CMN, but most of all, that won't creep into your mindset and become impatient, negative, having fear, uncertainty, and doubt, simply because you didn't build patience into your game plan, into your mindset. Will the line cycle the same day as launch? Very possible, but there's no guarantee. As soon as we launch, everyone that contributes or has contributed is going to get paid out that hour, that day. Could be a week, could be 2 weeks, could be the same day. Just understand how the monoline works and find out how you will contribute to the momentum. How much you want to contribute is not just Litecoin. How much you want to contribute to our momentum, to our community, that will speed up your payout in and of itself, especially once we do that as a group, a network, and as a community. After that part is out the way, simply go to the Telegram bot. There's prompts, there's buttons, pretty quick and easy, a few steps, and there you are with your position in the monoline. Also understand that the bot will have transparency. It'll show you the monoline. It'll show you how many people are waiting, where they are, how close they are to reaching that payout. And that alone will motivate people to refer more people, to add to their contribution. I was just talking about someone that was someone earlier today, and that person is considering adding to the contribution because when you see how close you are, if you're getting a 500% return, you may want to double up because you still get more if you're next in line, second in line. And that will be transparent on Telegram as the bot is tallying up the transaction logs. But anyway, you'll get 5 times your Litecoin up to 2 cycles. Well, what if we want more than 2 cycles? Stay tuned. Let's get everyone profitable, and then we'll talk about a 3rd, 4th, 10th cycle. All right, is that fair enough? So anyway, this is Brandon McGrew signing out. Once again, get back to the person that showed you this video, and hopefully we can get you a contributor slot, whether it's Pioneer pre-launch or post-launch. Have a good one.